How you doing, everybody, and welcome back to Dicey Decisions, where we roll dice, spin stories, and play some... This week's Dicey Spotlight is not specifically related to any Kickstarters or funds or something. Actually, this one, I'm just going to dedicate to congratulating the winner of the Golden Joystick Best New Streamer / Broadcaster Award. I am Brandon, at I am Brandon TV on Twitter. As he says in his acceptance speech, you know, he doesn't want to be the first and last POC / LGBT person to be honored in this way. There are so many awesome queer and black streamers out there that I'm going to be linking down the description down below. And if you are not following them yet, you should be by the time I'm finished saying this. So pause this episode right now. Go and follow every single person in the description down below, because all of them deserve your attention. So, that's my soapbox for the day. Without any further ado, please join us on this episode of Dicey Decisions. So, Kit, what happened last time?
What happened last time? We did the cafe, and we did a good job. We got the 5 stars, and Helga broke up a fight, and Kat was in the back, mostly, because of her
trauma
transformation. And there was the spear. They came in. Yes, that was last time, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The sessions like blur together for me sometimes. Spear came in, which stands for the. Oh, I have to look at my notes.
I'm interested to see what you came up with.
I'm also pulling up my notes.
The
spatial, planar, elemental, aerial, rectal, something.
No, it's not rectal. The society. That's the word I was missing was society.
Okay.
Society for Planar
Exploration
and Arcane Research.
Nice.
No, I'm pretty sure it's rectal.
Yeah.
Arcane Rectum.
Freed is Frostburnian, and he came in, and Helga was like, "Hey, it's that guy. It's that guy I was kind of looking for," but he seemed grouchy. And then there was also Bartholomew, who Soot hit it off with because he wanted to hear all about Faina, and Ginda, who is Bartholomew's kind of grouchy wife, and also Sevior, who was very what's the word?
He's a dick.
I was gonna say dickish. I was thinking like not he was tactless in asking Gurg and Oran about how their relationship works. Isn't he gonna die before you?
Wow, thanks for Wow, dude, we never thought of that. Thanks for asking.
And they don't think Finn exists.
Yeah, because they're fucking dicks.
You are really salty about that.
Yes, I am!
Yeah, that's what happened last time. Anything else?
I think that's it.
We met Kay's dad.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Whomst invited Finnan and his business interests to come meet him at his offices in the city of Greater Lugvault.
Oh, of course I forget the thing that segues into the next thing.
Which brings us to now.
How important.
As Gurg, in a moment of introspection, as it were, played a song that seemed to greatly upset Oran, who then stormed out after destroying his only instrument, his mandolin. We pick it up as the room is filled with tension after
Wait, wasn't it the other way around?
Oren stormed out?
Like, it was... No, yeah, it was... Hold on.
Did I misspeak?
Yeah.
Gurg sang a song and Oran was like, "No."
Am I mixing them up again? God damn it. Hold on. I'm trying to remember.
Oran is the elf.
Which one is...
Gurg is the one that you keep mistaking for Grog.
Right. Gurg stormed out.
No.
Oran stormed out.
I literally just said what happened.
After busting his mandolin on Gurg's head.
I thought the other way happened, but okay. Never mind. This is why I'm so shocked. Anyway.
Okay, so
okay.
last time on Dicey Decisions, Gurg played a very interesting song that none of you have ever heard him sing before. And Oran obviously didn't like it, smashed his mandolin over Gurg's head, and stormed out, leaving the still rather packed building in a stunned silence that slowly gets more awkward as people begin to mutter nervously to each other. As Gurg begins to pack up his drums into his bag and makes his way to the kind of the kitchen door, at least. Not out the front door. What are you all doing?
Kat is gonna kind of like pull her hat down, try and hide some of her face, and go over and gather up the broken bits of the mandolin. Is this a job that mending can fix?
You can attempt to do so. That's not derivative. Go ahead. This one is going to be an ingenuity check.
Okay.
Because this thing was smashed to pieces, but it is well within the parameters of the spell, so I'm just going to see your control over magic to see how well you repair it.
Okay. So I would be do a roll and then add, we had determined plus 4, correct?
Your charisma modifier plus half of your proficiency bonus rounded down.
Yes. So that would be +4. Cool. Ah, great. That would be a 7.
I'm actually going to use my channel divinity. Progressive motivation. You can use your channel divinity to help your allies succeed where they otherwise would not. When a creature misses an attack, skill check, or saving throw, you can use your reaction to give them advantage on that roll.
Hey.
Go ahead
You
and
must
roll
declare
again.
use of this before the GM says whether it succeeds or fails.
All right, go ahead and roll again, Katrina.
23.
Jesus.
Thank you, Troy.
Amazing.
That was a
Yay.
19 +4.
All right. Little golden sparks and flames race across your fingertips and over the pieces of the mandolin that shake and retrofit themselves as it resolves with like an actual reversal of that fring sound as it was destroyed.
Could Soot, while all this is happening, could we say that Soot had run after Oran?
Okay. Yes, we will come to Soot in a bit, but just so we have something to do while everyone's working on their stuff, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Testing.
All right.
Hello, sir.
Hi, Troy.
Yes, there is a delay. Great. All right. Good.
How long of a delay are we
I
talking?
rolled.
I'm saying a word now.
Now.
I can hear that immediately.
Okay. Apparently,
I will clap
maybe-
when you say now.
All right. I'm going to say the word now. Okay, so there is no delay.
Oh. So we're just
Nice.
assholes who talk over you. That's fine.
I'm sorry.
What I was going to say is that
Yeah.
I have the feeling that, like, as Finnan's watching Katrina do this, he realizes that thing ain't gonna come together super easy. So he's just like, Mal, just for today, just help. And he's literally just at like that end of his rope, like, just do something.
It's been a day, Mal. Can you help us out a little bit?
Pretty much, yeah.
Finnan, you do see a figure in the crowd kind of shift when you kind of think that in your head or mutter it quietly to yourself. A figure in the crowd does shift as Katrina does fix that. And then you glance and it doesn't appear that anyone moved.
Okay.
All right, show's over. Sorry about that, everyone. Marital squabbles. Go back to your coffee.
The door to the kitchen shuts behind Gurg.
Nothing to see here.
Listen, you guys know them way better than I do. If you need to go try to sort stuff out, I'll handle the place. Don't worry about it.
So you get Oran, I'll get Gurg.
So it's gone.
Da.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah. It already happened.
You just hear from like down the street. Da.
All right, I go back after Gurg. Helga, help Finnan, please.
Oh, yes. I got you, Finn.
Thanks, Helga.
All right. So how do I want to do this? I feel like shit. I don't know. So what did you roll?
Soot rolled a 19 on investigate.
Okay. We'll do it this way. Just as things happen. Because it might be more narratively interesting. So you rush out the door after Oran, and he is nowhere to be seen. But you, with your keen mind, have just a wonderful sense of direction, and knowing Oran or working with Oran, I guess, as long as you have, and knowing his patterns, you quite, it takes you a few minutes, but you do find yourself over in the dock district, actually, not too far away from where the building burnt down. And you see a rickety, shoddily built pub and a familiar head of straw yellow hair sitting at the bar.
I look around and then I scurry my way in to sit beside Oran.
He doesn't even acknowledge your presence.
Long day, huh? Oh.
Oran!
Oh, is he drinking?
There's a large mug of something that smells very strong in front of him, and it's about half empty. His eyes are already glazed over. He's a small guy. Still bigger than you, but like.
Oh. I reach out to just rub my hand on his back, making like small cooing noises, because this is what I find comforting. Because I don't know how else to ask what upset him.
Aw.
Go ahead and roll a general just charisma check.
Let's go.
What?
12.
12? Okay. As you touch him, initially he like tenses up. And you see like his he's drinking with his right hand, but his left arm just like it tenses up into a quick fist and slowly relaxes. He's breathing very heavily.
Through her light, we will all find peace.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe you will.
Oh.
And this is all I can think to say for him. It just feels like he needs someone beside him.
He finishes his drink and raises his hand to order another.
I tried to like make eye contact with the bartender to like shake my head no.
Okay, that is gonna be a that'll be a persuasion check.
I was gonna say that's definitely persuasion.
Yeah, that's just easily persuasion.
Can I give myself guidance?
I would say this is such a quick moment for you to just be like, no, don't do that. I would say
Fine.
no.
Okay, fine. Let's do this. Come on. Damn it. 6.
The barkeep, unfortunately, is not used to the facial expressions of birds, and doesn't read that you're giving him a look. Just refills the drink.
It's called a no. I tried to like cover the drink with my hands, and I looked
As he pours
around,
it?
like, well, like maybe yes. I'm gonna say yes. Like I tried to look to around and say like, find a reason.
Whose voice was that?
So it has been well traveled.
The barkeep, like, as he starts pouring it, he goes, okay, I'll come back. And Oran is just staring at the mug with your hand on it.
I guess at this point, Soot is like kneeling on the bar, trying to make eye contact with Oran, trying to get his words together.
Your face just slowly slides into the camera view.
Yeah. What troubles you? And is just looking very imploringly at Oran, trying to like get him to talk, just anything.
When he speaks, his voice is slurring like a lot. And you realize, maybe this actually isn't the first drink. It took you a minute to find him. Maybe this isn't the first drink he's had. But he says, there's something I think about a lot. But it's easier to forget when you've got when your time is running out anyway. I don't think Gurg and I have told you yet, have we? Why we're looking for that star. And he looks at you, and his eyes are just filled with tears.
Aww. So it tries to like shakes his head no and tries to wipe away a few tears. Aww.
My poor dad.
Like slowly tries to move the drink away from his hands. Maybe now that he's distracted.
He lets go.
Good.
His hand is shaking a bit.
Aw, so it definitely takes it in his own hands.
He says, long ago, when Gurg was a lot younger, and our relationship was new, we were just beginning to travel the world and play music. It was a different time. The War of Kings had it was still in living memory for most folk. The fear of anything draconic with wings or scales coming down upon us at any moment, it was still real, still like trails off for a minute, kind of gets lost in a memory. Anyway, one night we were at a wayside campsite. A lot of people stop at those to just set up camp. It's not that uncommon to spend the night with a couple of strangers. Well, he takes a really shaky breath. There was someone who came to the campsite after we had started the fire. They said, they asked if they could join us. We said yes, because that's what you do when any other person could be an ally in a world where you could be cut short by monsters you couldn't even imagine. They asked us about our music, what we were trying to do with our lives, and of course at the time we were convinced that we were going to change the world with our music. And that's what we said. They asked us what we would give for the ability to change lives with our music. Kirk said he would give both his arms for that opportunity.
So it squeezes his hand.
Ah, well. I got him to Dagdoria in time for our tour to save his life. They said they were coming for my payment later. So that's why we're trying to find the star. If I could have one wish, it would be to grow old with Gurg. That's what I want.
Aww.
I want to break my curse. Bartender says, do you want another one?
Soot turns around and says in a very Katrina voice, "Leave!
Alright, I'm gonna go over here.
Read the room!"
Read the room, you fucking idiot!
Guaranteed Katrina has said that at least once.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And Soot
Gurg's,
turns...
Oran smiles weakly at that.
Yeah, so this is like the first time Soot, like, has felt the need to take charge. And he turns back to Oran, squeezes his hands again, and says in a very kind voice, a very soft, kind voice, "Thank you for sharing this with me." And pauses to think for a second. And repeats, because I can't remember like the exact word for word phrase that you had said, but like repeats in Oran's voice the phrasing of the man walked to, or not the man, a cloaked figure walked into our camp. And then Soot cocks his head as if asking to elaborate.
That was it. We never saw their face. They, just... I don't know what they look like. I don't know if the next person that walks in the door could be them. I don't know if the next person I bump into on the street is gonna rip out my heart.
Soot places his hand over his own heart and thinks. Forgiveness comes from those we love. And then looks back outside the door and looks to Oran.
Oran kind of nods and kind of fumbles a bit, fishes out of his pocket some coins, slaps them on the bar, and like shakily gets to his feet off the stool.
The whole time Soot is holding his hand to keep him steady.
It's good that you do that. He definitely would have fallen over if you didn't hold his hand.
Yeah, this is the time to handhold.
He says, let's take our time getting back.
Da.
Katrina, you went after Gurg, yes?
Yes.
You find him, not in the kitchen, but out behind the building, where you and Finnan kind of had your talk. Just sitting up against the wall, looking up at the stars.
So... She kind of just sits down next to him.
So, what the fuck? Is what I expected to come out of your mouth.
So, she just puts her hand, like, she goes to put it on his shoulder and then thinks better and kind of just, like, rests it on the back of his neck.
Which is, like, at head height for you.
Yeah.
Even with him sitting. He kind of turns his head to look at you and says, we both process fear differently.
Well, I've now seen both of you smack each other, so...
When Oran is afraid, he runs towards the nearest dangerous thing. When I'm afraid of something, I write a song about it.
Yeah, so I've seen both of you smack each other now. That's nice.
Kind of looks away at that.
I know that... Well, I can't say that I know what it feels like for you to constantly have this weighing over you that someone might come and kill the person you love. But I do know that just don't stew on it too long, okay? I do know what it's like to have someone I care about die before I could say sorry.
Oof.
His eyes get a little harder as they focus back on you.
Listen,
You're
just...
still a kid, all right? You've been through a lot. I respect that. But I'm not the person to preach to about loss. He like flexes his arms a bit, shifts.
Oh no.
She kind of looks at him and like throws her hands on her hips. I'm sorry, but you of all people should know that age has absolutely nothing to do with with the amount of life that you have lived. Imagine all of the loss and fear that you're feeling right now, and knowing that you have thousands of people who are going to be looking to you to make sure that their lives are happy and that they don't go through loss and that they're safe. And don't you dare fucking tell me that I'm just a kid, that I don't know. I don't know what it feels like to have something like this on my shoulders. I'm trying to relate to you and be nice, but do not underestimate me. Ever again.
Roll a...
Death saving throw.
That would be amazing. Persuasion check with advantage. That was a good speech.
Uh, 19.
19. Okay. Gurg. I don't know how I want this to play out. Gurg kind of loses steam. And
I know.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know that you're pissed, and I know that you're upset. But the two of you should have learned from the last instance that going into something like this with anger is only just going to cause to hurt the two of you more. It's time to put on your fucking big orc panties and deal with it. You two have gone through some shit and you have something coming for you. But I wouldn't spend your time boo-hooing and feeling sorry for yourselves. Trust me, I know what it's like to feel sorry for oneself, okay? Now, you need to either fucking do something about it or shut up. And she like huffs a little bit and then she sits down next to him.
Fucking tell him.
Oran asked me never to play that song again after I wrote it. It was my way to, I don't know, process the idea that he was going to outlive me. And I still feel like I have a right to process that in my own way. I'm afraid of losing him too.
I know. Did it possibly occur to you to talk to him about that before just playing the song in a crowded area with a bunch of people while he was already kind of stressed out?
He kind of scratches at his throat a bit. The thought did occur to me,
Oh my
but
god.
I'm sure you know that I'm not the talking type much. Roll a perception check.
Ha! That was a natural one.
No! Can I give you my inspiration point? Counter inspiration point.
You're not there.
Not for a nat 1.
Well, inspiration
That's
point
it.
lets you re-roll.
Oh, yeah, okay, never mind. I get it confused with the adding.
Did we decide that Tiff had the inspiration point this session?
I had it last
I don't think we
session.
gave an MVP point last session. Yeah.
I have a forgotten.
We didn't give one for this session. Wait, we didn't give one for last session. So,
Well, we can say you still have it. If you want to give it to Katrina for
I
this
would like
roll,
to,
you
yes. I think it's of the utmost importance.
can. Okay.
And she deserved it after those speeches.
Mm.
Yes. Also for
Natural
giving
20!
me yes, nat 20. Let's go. Let's go.
Hell
Greatest
yeah!
highs and lowest lows.
So
We noticed that his
Katrina-
shoes are untied. That's it. That's what the roll amounts to.
Shoes are untied. No. You notice, and you've kind of not really thought about it before. Just he's a big guy. He's got stretch marks in places. He's got cuts and bruises in places. Just living on the road. But you always have noticed that just under his chin, where he kind of nervously scratched for a moment there is some very old, natural 20, very old, slightly darker shade of green that is definitely old scar tissue. And also with the natural 20, as he's talking, he's been swallowing a lot. And you see just a little bit of red on his lower lip.
I'm not collecting what I'm supposed to gather from that.
Talking is physically hurting
Harmful to
him.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
And it always has.
Not to ask you to say more words, but what's up with that? And she kind of like just gently touches his neck.
He like puts his hand up to his mouth. And his eyes and his tattoos do flash. You see the flash from under his shirt as he reaches up and touches his neck. That's part of how I got my name. Well, I had sort of decided I wasn't going to tell you my whole life story.
I think we've hit that level of friendship where, all the, well, not all the deep dirty. You want to go secret for secret? And she like procures a flask.
I'll keep it brief. You get this one for free. where I come from, up north, there's a specific way you're supposed to be. It's not like here where everyone has a job based off of their tribe. It's not like down south where you can choose whatever life you want to live. I always wanted to be a musician. And I had a pretty damn good singing voice. But that wasn't the job chosen for me. And when my clan took away my name, made me a Gurg, they also took away they took away a lot. I could only play drums for a while, but thanks to our tour, I can play a lot more. And I guess, makes like a wry smile. I guess thanks to what I can do, I can sing sometimes.
She hands him the flask.
He takes a drink. Oran has a lot of his own problems that he is still working through. And I want to be there for him, but sometimes I don't know whether or not he needs to be alone. And sometimes it hurts to ask.
I can't tell you how to fix everything between the two of you. I know that the two of you love each other a lot. I know that you're hurting right now. Would you be comfortable explaining a little bit more about what your tribe did to you?
He holds his hand out for the flask. Takes a long sip from it. Says, I don't know if it'll help much, but I was, well, I don't know how it works down south, but here above the wall, at least, I know they do it sort of here in the Northlands as well. I called for a braving, against my father. And I lost. And I had wagered my name, my clan, for the right to play and choose my own path. So when I lost, they gave me what I wanted. But they made sure to make it awful. It's one of the reasons why we never toured any further north than Summerfrost. Just being up in the cold, it's a little much for me.
Good, I'm sorry.
It happened a long time ago, Kat. It's fine, really.
But you do deserve... You have the right to process how you're feeling. And to feel everything especially after what you've been through.
I know. It's hard to change. I wish we were as strong as the four of you.
I think that you're stronger. Listen, I obviously am very bad at advice. But if you and Oran need some sort of mediator, I know I played it in the past. Not very well, but I do think I have grown a bit.
You've grown a lot since we first met you.
And then there's all this, and she kind of like gestures at her face. But I know that it can be kind of hard for the two of you to talk these things through. Now that really has a double entendre to it. Do you think it would help to have someone help you? I mean, I'm not suggesting full-on couples therapy, but
He kind of like looks up and left at that, kind of like thinking. Kind of makes a kind of face.
I'm just saying that the destruction of self and property when either of the two of you are upset is not very healthy. I've watched Oren, yeet himself into a burning boat because he felt sad. I
reacted very poorly to that.
I don't think you should have hit him. But I don't think that he should have hit you just then. Oh, she, holds out the mandolin. Fixed it, by the way.
He, takes it gingerly. Plays a couple of notes. Well done. I don't know if you would have noticed, but he would have noticed if it played any different. Thank you.
I have a feeling he's going to be in a state when he gets back.
He's probably not going to talk to me for a bit. It's okay. I'll wait until he's ready.
Cat kind of just looks down. It has been a rough couple of fucking days.
It has. We could use a break.
I mean, we just had a break. We just came off of this great high of saving a city and
Well,
emotions and life and feelings, they don't stop.
well, maybe one of us can wish for a vacation when we find the star.
I don't know, I'm thinking... She kind of looks down. Well, I thought I knew what I wanted to wish for, but I don't really know anymore. And... I don't know. Life is a lot bigger and more complicated than I expected it to be.
Just wait till you see the rest of the world. And I think that's a good place to end that scene there. Also, my voice hurts. It's almost like I was playing a character that has irreparable larynx damage.
Valid.
Getting a
So,
little
yeah.
too in character, Mike.
Too in character. Ruin my voice. Don't go fry. So
That happened.
So that happens. So you and Oran kind of walk for a bit, take the long way, take your time getting back to the Mudcat Cafe. About the time, Katrina, if you kind of stayed out there with Gurg, or did you go back in at any point?
No, I was not being very helpful anyway, so I'm just gonna stay with Gurg. I don't want him to be alone.
Okay. Finnan, you and Helga, finish up the evening with very little issue. You do forget someone's order, like one time, but they're like super understanding, and you're like, damn it, I wish Soot was here. He wouldn't have forgotten.
Oh.
It's okay, you just put like a little extra sugar in it, and they were just like, oh, that's really sweet. It's like, oh, sorry, I'll make you another. Nah, it's fine, it's fine. And about the time that the last few people are leaving and you're getting ready to close up, the door opens and Soot and Oran enter. Soot first, then Oran slowly.
So it's leading him in by the hand and then like glances back at everyone waving.
Finnan just says nothing and pours a fucking huge tankard of water.
Mm-hmm.
Oran kind of stumbles forward. Just chugs the thing.
Yeah. I think Soot gets him settled somewhere like in one of the corners of the counter, like farther back in the cafe, where it's less crowded.
Mm. Yeah. He kind of doesn't talk much. He seems really out of it and does eventually like kind of just fall asleep against the wall there.
Mm-hmm. I think Soot leaves like a little note like pinned on one of his sleeves that says "Do not disturb." Little smiley
it.
face. Yeah.
So it's just the four of you and three of you and a sleeping Oran. Katrina and Gurg are still outside, I think.
It's about when, after Oran kind of comes in and falls asleep, Finnan is just like, Helga, Soot, you two work on getting everybody out. I mean, don't like shove them out or anything. Just let them know gently that we're closing up. All right?
Helga carries everyone out.
Oh my god!
Okay, Soot. That's right. This is how Kat did it. So, Soot, just tell them this. Thank you for coming to the Mudcat Cafe, but we are closing for the evening. We will not be serving drinks anymore, but you're welcome to stay for at least a bit until we finish up our closing duties.
So just runs around saying duties to everyone.
Duties.
God damn it!
God.
I've given him this
no.
power.
Duties.
So it is repeating all of that, but like word for word as Helga is carrying them out of the building. You're welcome to stay for a bit, but as we're carrying out our duties. While like
Finnan is
waving
just like-
at them goodbye.
Finnan just like, all right, just clean up the bar. All right, I'm gonna go step outside.
Gives him a thumbs up.
Kay is the last person in there as Helga goes to pick up Kay. Kay says, wait one moment, please.
Helga,
Oh yes. Okay.
Helga, no.
Oh yes. Kay can stay. Okay.
Helga, yes.
Kay is the
Helga,
one that
no.
made sure that we could even get this building. Kay can do
Yes.
whatever damn well she
Yes.
pleases.
Like crumpet.
Well, it pleases me to see that you did a phenomenal job today. And I would also like to collect my share, if that is okay, as with you.
Oh, of course. And he's actually already got it like counted out and in a pouch and just hands it off.
Okay, so after giving Kay your, the amount she is owed, little ASMR for you, you have earned 230 gold from the day.
230, you said?
230 gold, yep.
Got it?
Damn.
Real busy day.
Big money.
As it should be.
And Kay nods as she kind of like quickly, like really fast, just counts it in her hand. Just like, okay. Nice doing business with you. Do please let me know how everything goes with my father tomorrow.
Oh, of course. Gotta meet the parents, don't ya? And he winks.
You are too much. And well, since it is kind of just all of us in here, save your friend with the hat. I'm sure you'll fill her in. Her name was Katrina, you said?
Yeah.
Yes. Feel free to fill her in. But we do want a bit of a outside opinion on what did happen with regards to the one who started the fire down in the Dock District. Caused a couple of deaths, so we're taking this very seriously. But if you are interested in helping us out, feel free to stop by either tonight or tomorrow night, whatever you're feeling. Just preferably later in the day. Keep things hush-hush.
It's at this point that Kat walks back in.
Yeah, just as she's saying all of this, sure.
Looks like I don't have to relay a message after all.
Looks like. It's almost like it was narratively convenient or something. Well, I will bid you all a good evening. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your friend there. Bye! She walks out. Awkwardly.
Aw.
Waddle away. Waddle,
Wada.
She kind of hesitates looking at you, Helga, kind of considering, like, do I want to be carried? Nah. And then she walks away.
As you say, I will gladly carry you out. It is part of the service.
That's not on the menu. Helga is going a little rogue
It
here.
is part of my service to the world.
You're welcome. Come back for a bit.
Finnan turns and goes back to the bar and just takes the rest of the coin that was counted out in the till that Kay didn't take and just starts making piles.
Mm-hmm.
Pile.
Divvy up that money.
That's what he's
I
doing,
think
by the looks
yeah,
of it at
but-
least.
So it's going to maybe help with that.
Okay, Soot maybe helps.
I
Roll
say
an
maybe.
intelligence check, Soot.
Yeah. We'll see how well this actually works out for him. Okay, a 16.
Okay. It goes rather fast. Soot is apparently very good with numbers.
Well, what you figure out is that Finnan is counting out like an even amount. He's literally like 1, 2. He's like piling one at a time. It's a slow process, but it's pretty accurate. And he's making 5 piles.
5.
And
5.
in your counting, you see the 5 piles come out to about 46 gold.
But there's 6 of us.
Bwom!
Kat walks over and sees the 5 piles and puts a hand on Finnan's shoulder. And I know that you're not counting me because I didn't do anything, and you're going to be paying yourself, right, Finnan? And she like tightens her grip on his shoulder. Because you've been really stressed and you went through a lot to make this day successful, right, Finnan? Ooh, and his shoulder starts to get hot.
Finnan takes hold of Katrina's wrists and lifts it off of his shoulder.
Just flips her.
No, just literally like looking her dead in the eye as he's doing this, just takes it, lifts it off. I will do my business as I see fit. I'm going to make more money off of this place when we leave. I could walk back to Dagdaral right now and pull gods know how much money from Kvatia. Money is not something I need. All right?
Cat leans over to him. Finnan, I literally have the entirety of the royal coffers.
Okay, can you walk to the royal coffers and you'll get it right the fuck now?
I mean, it would be a long walk underwater through treacherous waters.
Okay,
Take the damn gold,
How
Katrina.
steamed do they look right now versus the regular bickering? Because I'm like this close to casting calm emotions again.
This is if I can only interpret, what I know from Carly's tone of voice and my tone of voice. This started out as proper angry, and now it's kind of shifted to normal bickering.
Soot has been watching this and is kind of feeling the heat rising in the room, and is just going to, after the high emotions of today, try to cast calm emotions again and hope for the best.
All right, both of you make a charisma saving throw.
Hold on, I'm getting rid of a spider.
A spider?
Oh, hello, Care Whisker.
Oh, actually, everyone in the room has to make a charisma saving throw, so I'm going to roll for Oran and Gurg.
We will all chill out. Be
Mike, I got a nat 20.
Oh, shit.
Fuck you. God damn it.
I legitimately got a nat 20.
Well, both.
I got a natural one.
So your goal, I guess, is to cause. I guess your goal is for, like, Finnan to regard Katrina with indifference, and Katrina to regard Finnan with indifference, right?
Yes. Ideally.
Okay, so I mean, Oran and Gurg failed their save too, so
Yay.
I don't know about Helga though.
Wait, what?
Okay, Helga
Do
wasn't
you
even
want to roll a Christmas saving
hostile.
throw?
I was,
Wait,
or
what?
you can also just fail it. That is a thing everyone can do.
Oh yeah. No, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, I feel like Helga was just
I'll take the calming.
yeah, I feel like Helga was already
just
chill.
vibing.
Yeah, Helga was vibing
Helga's
with
already
it.
vibing.
Yeah, Soot looks at Helga and gives
Oh my God.
him like gives her a solitary like nod or solidarity nod.
Side note tip: whenever we say vibing now, I always think of you saying, "Yeah, Quinn's just vibing."
Nice.
The kids at school.
So you make a target indifferent about creatures of your choice that it is hostile toward. So whomst is going to no longer be hostile towards whomst.
Ideally, it is going to be the people fighting. So we will have Cat not be hostile to Finnan and vice versa. And if
All right, yeah.
yeah, and if the hostility is still present within Oran and Gurg, that too is gone.
All right. Yeah. Unfortunately, Oran is still asleep against the wall, so.
Okay, that's fine. That can also just be. I'm not gonna deal with that.
Nothing in Finnan's expression changes, but Katrina, you feel suddenly indifferent towards Finnan.
I look at Finnan, you a real piece of work, and I just walk away.
Finnan stops at that and is just he actually looks like guilty. He stops for a second and gathers all the gold back up and starts recounting.
Mhm.
Oh.
So it like looks between Finnan and Cat, and so it puts his hands over Finnan while he's counting, and to get his attention, and nod towards Cat, and says, "Forgiveness begins at the heart."
you can now see that each of the piles now has 38 pieces. There's now 6 piles. And 2 of the piles get 2 extra coins.
Nice.
And he just says, alright,
Mm-hmm.
Soot, Helga, these are yours. And he motions to the 2 piles with the 2 extra coins. So that's 40 gold for each of you. Yours and Oran's are there too, Gurg.
Hello.
All right. Thank you.
Where did Katrina walk to?
She just went plop down in a booth.
Finnan pockets one of the piles and gathers up the last one in a pouch. Grabs 2 cups of coffee and just says, "You guys just clean up if you can. Just wipe stuff down. Make sure the boiler's off. We don't want that causing any issues."
Another
Soot?
burning building at 2 a.m.
Soot looks at Finnan, gives him a small smile, and says in Katrina's voice while nodding, "No, go fuck yourself." and then goes to do exactly what he asked.
Nice.
Yeah.
Finnan he walks over to where Katrina is sitting, slides the cups of coffee in front of where he sits and Katrina, and just sits down across from her.
It is at this point that the spell wears off, Katrina.
Fuck.
Look, I'm Soot.
Soot is gone. Soot's gone.
There's a little like ashy outline of where Soot once was as he away.
Look, you're right, Cat. I shouldn't have just barreled forward like that, and I'm sorry. All right, I don't want you getting mad at me. All right, I really don't want you guys mad at me for anything.
I'm not mad at you, Finnan. And she kind of just like, I just don't want you to be too hard on yourself.
I mean, like I said, I'm gonna make money. That's not the problem.
I know, but you're still allowed to acknowledge your contributions. It's not about the money. It's about you respecting yourself and the absolute shit show that yesterday was still going through and being absolutely fantastic. And you really accomplished something. I mean, you've got an end now, and you are allowed to reward yourself for that. I know it's not just the money. It's, you did good, bud. And she kind of pats his hand.
And it's the same hand that's holding the pouch of gold that he presses into her hand.
It's not about the money. We don't need your money. Sorry.
And before you say anything, I recounted it. Everybody's got their portion. I took a portion. There was some remainder when I did my math. I gave it to Helga and Soot. I feel like they really worked their asses off today.
Absolutely. I'm never washing dishes ever again.
Oran throws up.
Nice.
Oh.
Cat kind of just wordlessly turns him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit.
Class.
Yeah, Finnan is just sits back down and sips at his coffee. Just
Yep, these are our friends.
And scene. Just slowly zoom out with just Oran retching in the corner and everyone just
What?
nice. So that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for being here. If you are listening to this on iTunes, please be sure to leave us a review because it super duper helps us out. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you should already be subscribed. Go ahead and subscribe. Leave a comment about your favorite part and your predictions for the next episode. Go ahead and like the video. And if you're feeling spicy, touch that bell because it does some. I actually don't know what the bell does, but do it anyway. Please go check out our Patreon, which is linked down below at patreon.com/dicey-decisions. There's cool stuff, fun bonuses, helps us keep the lights on. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming your way. Make sure you follow the people in the description down below. Do it. Do it now. If you didn't already, do it now. So, thank you all so much for being here. Please, be safe, share some love, and tell a story. Good night.